I'm Chris Berman. Got a lot of games to cover. Let's get at it. In our first game this week, we had the Ravens win this one to the tune of 13 points. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris. Let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Schultz will be playing his football elsewhere, though perhaps not for as much as he would have liked. 5 years, $3.5 million. Hicks is on the move as well as he signs a 3-year contract with the Ravens.
In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Broncos pick up win number 2. The Bills drop yet another game and are really struggling on and off the field. Byron Leftwich threw for over 200 yards and helped his 49ers beat the Saints. In the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, we had the Eagles get sent home with a 14-point loss. Vikings, Chiefs. Fowler is so dangerous, he looks in the eyes of the quarterback. Look at that perfectly. It's an overthrow. And he's got it to the 15, the 10, the 5, 6 points. The Vikings go on to win this by the final score of 35-21. Down in the Georgia Dome, we had the Falcons lose by 6 points. The Steelers' defense held their opponents to under 100 rushing yards in their win at Heinz Field. The Bengals won on the road and will now head home to meet the Cowboys. The Titans win yet again this week and keep their impressive streak alive. In a long-standing NFC rivalry, we had the Bears pick up win number 2. Browns, Redskins. Priest Holmes is inside his own 20. Gets the handoff, goes off right tackle. The defense must have been fast asleep. The midfield, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5, 82 yards. The Browns win this one by the final score of 10-0. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, thanks. Before we get to the big news of the week, let's do a quick shakedown on the rest of the NFL's injuries. Jerome Woods is arguably the biggest name on this list. He's suffering from symptoms of a concussion, and he'll be out for 5 weeks. Now the big story of the day. Lavernius Coles is going to be watching from the sidelines for a while, as his injury will deal a major blow to this team. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
Mark Bolger passed for 150 yards plus and helped his Rams beat the Buccaneers. And in our final game, we had the Seahawks come away victorious. So that'll just about do it. But before we go, I'm going to toss out a few game balls to my prime-time players. Each and every one of these men had a week to remember. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.